What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is William Bootsy Blandon. This really has nothing to do with business, but it's really been on my mind lately. I don't know why. And it's this current phenomenon, let's call it, of women past and present in this new economy. I don't know what made me think about this. Probably the fact that I went through a recent situation of living with a woman that it was crazy. Let me just briefly tell you the story. Basically, I met this woman who obviously I won't reveal her true identity. That we were longtime friends, personally, childhood friends, and I think I basically put her on a pedestal because of that relationship. And then she recently came back into my life, and unfortunately she brought drama with her. You know, through no fault of her own, but she brought drama. I'm gonna just tell it how it is. Through our situation she was going through in a prior relationship, still going through. As a result of that, a child came into the picture. And for full disclosure, I happen to know the guy. He was we're sort of from a small town. I was friends with this guy and friends with her as well. And I had a past relationship with both of these two people. Fast forward, their marriage is breaking up. She's comes to me basically homeless. Because she chose to leave her situation and left her child behind. She left her child behind. I'll just reveal the state. She's from Connecticut. He's from Connecticut, but he now lives in Massachusetts. So she moved to Massachusetts. They created a child. She leaves her child in Massachusetts because she can't take the drama no more. Bounces back to Connecticut. So I think the reason why she bounced back to Connecticut because she had no personal connections with anybody in Massachusetts. So it's kind of hard to go through stuff alone in a whole state. But I think she figured out if she took her child with her, it would have been breaking some type of law, taking the kid over state lines. I think that's what was going through her mind. But he portrayed it as she just abandoned her child and bounced. This woman, through her grief, is basically sleeping in the car, left her child, formed a new relationship with a young man. Obviously, I won't say the young man's name. She claims she does not sleep with the young man. When I say young man, it's because she's 44 at the time, maybe 43, 44 at the time. But the young man is maybe 30-something. He's not really a baby young man, but younger than her. He's in his early 30s. She claims she did not have a sexual relationship with him. I call bullshit. I think she gave him some one time. And this chick is weird because she just really, I think unless she's intoxicated, just really isn't in sex anymore. I don't know if it's menopause, I don't know what the problem is, but she just really isn't into sex. She'll give you some, maybe she's drunk, and then that's it. So through some tragedy, I don't know how, but supposedly the guy I think they put it down as he committed suicide. And I don't even want to give details of where this happened because I don't want nobody to come back and try to sue me or make me take down the video. But it was a tragedy because the young man died. And her big-headed self, in her mind, she's telling me that he killed himself because she turned him down. I call bullshit. First of all, this chick is not all that at all. No ass at all. Has a pretty face. You know, has a decent sized chest. No ass at all. I mean, like, you could beat her. It look like somebody beat it with a book bag. That's how flat. But, man, I'll even admit, in desperate times, you overlook certain things with women. I overlooked, certain things because she was a friend of mine. So while she's going through this drama, I pulled her out of the street and we put together some money and decided to move together. Big mistake. I know. I already apologized 8-9 times to you guys in a video on this channel. Big mistake. I admit it. But I helped her out before we even moved to their apartment. This is the control that women have over, try to use sex as control. Sleeping with me the whole time. Like, we're going to different hotels, and I'm just in my own spot right now. I'm just renting a room at the time. So I'm chilling in my room. But I was going to get an apartment anyway, because got my first EIDL business loan from the SBA. So I had like $17,000 and some change. So I'm like, ready to gear it up, ready to go get my first apartment by myself. I make the stupid mistake of helping this chick out. But back to what I was saying about the sex part. So we're having sex almost every night, every other night. It's funny how immediately once we move into the apartment, the sex is cut off. I know it's not physical attraction because she was physically attracted to me for weeks before we moved into this place. She'd get into the apartment and all of a sudden she pulls back on sex because that's control. Women like to use that as control. And yeah, late in life, I'm learning this last lesson because I'm too old to be playing these games with women. I decided, I'm not going to be playing these games. Like, I don't have to put up with this. I could be shacked up with some young chick, having a ball, having a good old time. And I'm dealing with this 45-year-old woman now at the end. I don't have to put up with this shit. So I was going to move, but through the graces of God, somehow she got Section 8. And it was right on time, guys. It was right on time. And Section 8, and she was able to move. And I'm presently at that same spot, but I'm by myself. I got a large 2-bedroom apartment by myself now. I mean, I got space. I can run around here for days. And I barely got no furniture. I'm going to actually move to a more upscale apartment now that I've upscaled and I got a little bit of credit and I got a little bit of SBA funding. I'm going to upscale to a nicer apartment, but I'm not pulling the trigger on buying a house until probably next year, 2022. But back to the story. So it's funny how once you get in the place, she gets comfortable, the sex is cut off. That's a means of control. Like, she was only using the sex to get what she wanted. And then men, we're taught, I think from children, that this is why we need to pay for sex, because I think that they think that that's the right thing to do because women make us think that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big cycle and it's a big game. I no longer am playing them games. Now I realize that if you make yourself a high value man, and don't get me wrong, I'm not there yet, but I'm scaling up. Through watching Kevin Samuels and some other YouTubers, I realized that you don't have to play these games if you create yourself and become a high value man. You can be able to pick and choose who you want. And it's not really because you're paying for it. Women are attracted, obviously, to comfort, stability. That does require money, you know. And you don't have to be the best looking guy. You will get the highest quality women once you focus on scaling up and starting a business. So this is kind of a business video because it goes back to start a business. I'm telling you ways on the channel how to fund it through gig economy and scale up. Become a high value man. I guarantee you'll get any chick you want. I no longer stress women. I no longer play these games, and I no longer choose to even live with women until you are very cooperative. Basically, you're probably gonna have to work for me, you know, because I feel like I'm no longer just gonna hand a woman money. She has to earn it, and I still want the sex. So any woman that comes in my life outside of my babies, which is my daughter, Shanice Blanding Nichols, and now my granddaughter, Aubrey Bootsy Nichols. Those are my babies. But any other woman that come in my life, you gotta have to earn your way or to be even around me. You know, if you want the benefits of using my credit, my business credit, a comfortable environment, you have to earn your way in. It ain't gonna be no handouts, you know. Age is not really, I think I'm at a great age in life, believe it or not. I know some of you looking at it, you go, oh, hey, because I'm 50. But I think I'm at the great life because, truth be told, I could date women from their 20s all the way into their 40s comfortably. And you might be thinking, oh, why would you go so young? You have that ability, especially black men. I think if you become a high value black man, you have basically the cream of the crop. I think you can have any nationality woman you want. So this is why I'm not focusing on dating women. I'm focusing on the money. I know women are going to come into play. I know it. I know it. I'm not sweating no woman on this planet because I know once everything is built, I'm going to have to be beating women off with a stick. And I don't think I'm an attractive guy. I really don't. But I will be beating women off the stick if you have a comfortable environment, you know, a nice, especially next year. Guys, next year when I get into a nice house alone, a single black man with a house, 3 or 4 bedrooms, you know, income coming in, credit, business credit, I'm going to have to be beating women off with a stick. I'm literally going to have to, like, only have certain people even allowed to know where I live. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just telling you guys that we no longer play these games where you're going to withhold sex and try to control things. I'm going to control things through finance. And then, no, it's not a men's channel. I'm not trying to make it like a men's channel, but it all comes back to you really need to focus on your business, guys. I told one of my subscribers this on the phone. I was like, we both was like, he was on the same page. He's younger than me, but we was on the same page. Like, you can't focus on the women because he just got a relationship. We can't focus on the women. I wasn't technically even dating this woman, but we were sleeping together. You were giving me sex all up until we moved into the place. I think we had sex in the apartment one time, and then all of a sudden she's acting funny and we shouldn't go there. Yeah, because you're in an apartment comfortable now. She barely paid me any rent. You know, she's crying, boo-hooing because she had her situation she's still going through, the divorce, and trying to get her kid. I basically financially helped her when nobody else would and get no appreciation. She's yelling and screaming through the apartment, stressing me out. Got me in my locking my own self in the room, and I'm paying for the whole spot just because if I lashed out, it would only make things worse, you know, because she's going to get, you know, boo-hoo and probably call the cops, and y'all know, especially being black, you know where I go. So through the graces of God, she got Section 8, she moved, she still harasses me now and again, like call me for some bullshit, but I think she's waiting for her security. She don't get her security until I leave. So that's what she's still harassing about. She's broke. And she's due $2 grand of security. And the landlady's like, well, technically, I need to write the check out to both of you. And I was like, nah, we ain't going to play those games. We're going to give her her money. But she can't get it until I leave and go get the new place. But guys, I ain't rushing. Damn that. I'm not rushing. Because you know, if you hate moving like I hate moving, I ain't rushing. And I don't have a lot of furniture. It's just, I'm not rushing. That's just my attitude. Bitch, you're not controlling this. You know, that's my attitude going in the future. No woman will control my destiny. I'm going to use business to leverage everything in my life, including my relationships. If a woman even want to get close to me, she's probably going to have to work for me. Truth be told. You know, and you ain't getting extra from if I'm sleeping with you or not. You're going to get money for what you do in the business, period. You know, I am no longer giving out handouts, you know. I worked hard to get to this point. Hard, guys. Granted, it was mental. It's a lot of mental stress, but I worked hard to get to this point where I got cash funding in the bank, cash in my personal Chase account. I got cash in my Navy Federal Holding Company account, you know, and I got a emergency fund. I keep a few $100s always in my Navy Federal personal accounts. And then recently I just got the Navy Federal Cash Rewards card. So I got an additional $5 grand. Like $5,200 I have to spend. And I'm not saying none of this to brag. I'm just letting you guys know that this is the life you can start to live where you control your destiny. You tell these chicks when and when they can come to you in your life. Like I said, no, a woman can't even get next to me unless she's earned her way to get next to me by doing something in business. There'll be no more handouts. You know, there will be no more moving chicks in unless she works for me and got to be there every day next to me where she's doing something that major in the business. She won't be living with me. Now, of course, I will be taking, you know, a young lady here and there when I go on these future Airbnb trips. Yes, I'm literally going to like get Airbnbs and chill out just to show you guys that it can be done. And I'll do a video at the spots and show you guys how we can live this life drama-free. You're not going to let these chicks stress you out. If you create a business, use your business to fund your life. I got a whole new series on Gig Economy Holdings where I'm laying out step by step by step how you could just use gig economy, create a business, and then later turn that into corporate credit and go do some big stuff. I'm laying it all out for free. You got to just watch the series. And it's going to be on our channel, so you might want to subscribe. And just keep watching. I'm laying it out there step by step. And if you want to get me on the phone, you just buy the holding company course. Stop whining. It's not that much money. If you can't afford $97, you're not ready for this. I had a subscriber recently who was saying something in the comments about he don't want to waste the money to get me on the phone, but he want to talk to me for 20 minutes. First of all, that's a lie. I guarantee you we get on the phone and talk about business, it's going to be way more than 20 minutes. Because people have got me on the phone and we talk for like 3 hours. Like that. Because you get involved with business. There's so many things you could do and so many steps. So that was a lie. He's going to get me on the phone for a quick 20 minutes. So no, you're not getting me on the phone for free. You got to get the course. Because for number one, that'll show me you're serious. Because if you can't spend $97, you're not ready for this. I'm trying to say it nice. You're not ready. If you can't spend $97, get some content that's going to show you how to do some stuff, and then get me on the phone for free. You're not ready for this. Unsubscribe now because you're not ready. That's all I'm saying. So if you're ready and you haven't already got my course and got me on the phone, we could talk strategies for hours. Nobody else giving that value. Nobody else is doing that. Or you can get on the phone for hours and you will feel like you got value at the end of the call. I guarantee you. So the link's below for all that. You just go to williamblandon.com. If you just want to email me for free, that don't cost nothing. Email me. willblandon@gmail.com for free. If you really think that's a waste to spend the $97 to get me on the phone, email me your question. You know? But this is all I got for you guys. Especially my young kids, my young heads. You know, you young thunders. You know, you guys really eager to get started in business. Don't let these chicks control your money, man. You control them. Get your business right. Don't worry about, you know, don't be stressing yourself out about these chicks, man. Get your money right. The chicks come to you. And you ain't got to buy them. You ain't got to take them these fancy places. In this economy, literally, you could take a chick to McDonald's and she'll be grateful. Take her to McDonald's and back to the crib and you're good. Maybe some weed. That's it. Because everybody's struggling at because they stopped giving out this money. Don't let these chicks control you. You control them by starting a business. I'll catch you in the next one.